You know, a few years ago, when Ches Revy was coming down the 18th at Glen Abbey to win the Canadian Open, people had two questions on their mind. Who's Ches Revy? And what the hell is he wearing? So it turned out that Ches Revy was a rookie on the PGA Tour. And that shirt he was wearing? Quagmire, a Canadian company started by two guys having a lot of fun. And that week, that shirt put them on the world stage.
The stars just aligned for us that week, and then followed up that month where, you know, the Canadian press really did us a great favor and fed into it and interviewed us and wrote about us, and we're always thankful for them for that. But it was kind of cool, you know, not even having to travel to watch him go wire to wire and win on Sunday. I'm sitting there on 18 and look at Jeff, and Jeff looks at me and he's got a beer in his hand, and I'm like, shit, where's my beer? Reaches in his back pocket. Here, buddy, you can have my spare. So we're cheersing on 18, watching him win, and then we went up for a nice steak dinner after, and unfortunately we still paid, but we still had a nice time doing it.
The inspiration initially was from the kind of the surf golf, surf skate kind of just added it to the golf world. So yeah, it was a lot of, you know, like we said, the Quicksilvers, the Billabongs, the Volcoms. We went into that kind of area because it was kind of, that was the target, the younger kids that we thought were going to wear this stuff. And then from there we just kind of became a little more sophisticated and grouped kind of golf with the surf and the skate, and made it a little more trendy and more fashion forward, and here we are today.
It wasn't all fun and games, but we always had fun doing it. You know, when we first started, there was a lot of reluctance from the golf market being a traditional industry. So, you know, unless we knew them, unless they wanted to give us a shot, it was, you know, they had their noses up and they said, oh, this is too young for my membership. And we stayed around and we kept plugging, and we didn't take no for an answer. And eventually they tried it and it worked and it sold, and they came back for more, and the brand grew, and then it was harder for people to say no eventually, which is pretty cool.
We have some new stuff. I don't know if you guys remember the hypercolor stuff back in the day. Well, we have a changing color golf shirt for 2011, so actually with your body heat or even the heat outside, the whole shirt changes colors. The shirt goes from green to yellow, one that goes to purple pink, one that goes to blue to white. So that's how we've kind of tied the collection in and made sure everything's kind of storyboarded along with the blues and the purples and the greens.
These are actually homemade tie-dye by Jeff in his sink. So if you're wearing one on your back right now, it was probably made by Jeff himself, and a 6-pack of Coors Light or a 24-pack of Coors Light.
And then this year we also added a couple new fabrics. We have a recycled polyester spandex. We got the PK, and then the typical Quagmire Good and Dry interlock fabric as well. It's got all the good characteristics. Doesn't stink, doesn't make you sweat, and all that jazz. So. And our plaids. Our plaids have always been the most popular thing in the line. Can't go wrong with plaid shorts. And then this year we added a check short as well. Check, just something different, just so we don't have to go gangbusters with plaids all the time. And these are a really sharp, cool pair of check shorts. Yeah, and this year we added a new kids line, which is taken off like crazy actually. For the first few weeks that we've been selling the line, everybody says they can't believe that there's no kids stuff out there until now. So, you know, there's the Garbs and the Tommy Hilfiger kids and stuff like that, but it's not as trendy and cool as what we're trying to sell. So we got the kids color fusion, which changes color, and the plaid shorts, and the tie-dye going. So.
We have a lot of hockey fans wearing our stuff. We just got an email today from a friend of ours at the Toronto Maple Leafs golf tournament, and Phil Kessel's there, just top to bottom in Quagmire. Good friend of ours, Daniel Negreanu, who's a poker player. So it's not just the sports guys, it's the poker guys. You know, we have some movie stars who also wear our stuff out in Hollywood.
Well, we always give to the Bob Hope Celebrity Classic every year. Bob and I played golf with Kenny Lofton and Joe Carter the other day, and just had a blast and just kind of kicked it around, and they went from Nike to Quagmire, and sorry Nike, but we got them covered. So yeah, I mean, just fun guys, music guys. A lot of athletes. Joe Thornton's a buddy of mine that I grew up with, and he wears it head to toe every time he goes golfing. So that's a good, you know, a good guy to have on our side. So. Yeah, not fit for the fairway means you don't have to always hit the fairway to wear our stuff. You have to be over flagging down the beer cart girl and having fun and looking for your ball in the Quagmire. That's the whole point. So.
What I especially like about this Quagmire stuff, the styling is unlike anything else you see out there. These shorts, they'll stay dry even in a rainstorm. And the shirts, sweat them in all you want. They never stink. Fresh as a daisy.